The first time I drank Gatorade.
My first sip of the football milk we call Gatorade.
You want to know about my first encounter with the sweet neon soup of Gatorade?
The first time that I drank Gatorade? It's a story I know very well.
Well, I was hanging out with my brother and his friends, and they were all drinking Gatorade, and it was making them scream.
I was on an airplane, and a flight attendant brought me a glass of a bright red neon soup. I asked the flight attendant, "What is this?" And she said, "It's called Gatorade."
I remember that one night my father brought home a huge bucket of beautiful blue syrup. My father said, "Here is Gatorade."
I just started a job at an investment firm, and my boss takes out a bottle of Gatorade, and he says, "You're on Wall Street, and we live for Gatorade." And he just starts gulping it down.
I took a sip of the Gatorade, and I could feel the electrolytes turn my body into strong, wild garbage.
My boss handed me a glass of the sweat potion, and I took a sip, and there it was, the taste of Gatorade. I couldn't believe how sour it was.
I started screaming, the sour taste of Gatorade, and at the same time my father was screaming, "I knew you would understand."
I took a sip of the Gatorade, and I loved the way that the power of the electrolytes made my nose bleed.
I was so happy because I knew my veins were getting pumped full of football milk.
I turned to my boss and I said to him, "The sour taste of the sweat potion is a nightmare, and I'm going to drink it every day for the rest of my life."
When I was finished with the blue Gatorade, I said to my father, "I have tasted the sour sweat potion. I now need a new flavor of Gatorade. Bring me a Gatorade that is bitter instead of sour." And my father turned to me sadly, and I saw tears in his eyes, and I knew the terrible truth. There was no bitter Gatorade.
And then I started screaming about how I deserved to fly the plane because I was the one with the most energy, but they didn't let me fly the plane.
When I found out there wasn't a Gatorade flavor called Bitter Mountain Rush, I lost the will to live.
The power of the football milk took me on a vision quest to the Gatorade laboratories, which are in hell. And in my dream, I saw the Gatorade scientists doing exercise experiments on all the football players, and they were dying. The sweat professors kill the football players with their Gatorade experiments.
I know the Gatorade scientists are running exercise experiments on the football players, and that many of them get killed in the laboratories, but I don't care because I need the electrolytes for my tantrums.
Every night since I took my first sip of Gatorade, I have a dream where a football player comes up to me and whispers, "It's time." And as soon as he whispers this, a human arm holding a bottle of Gatorade bursts out of his chest.
The sweat professors who invented Gatorade belong in the worst jail there is. The football players drink the sour sweat potion and they go crazy, and that's amazing. But then when they want the bitter Gatorade, it can't happen for them? Death is too good for the Gatorade scientists.